Today we're going to talk about the preview, read, review strategy for nonfiction text. This is really important because nonfiction text usually isn't as easy to read as fiction text. It has more components like pictures and subheadings, and at the end of your reading, you usually have to prove your understanding. So here's a way to help you comprehend your nonfiction text. One thing to do is to preview the text. Think about the title and the pictures, caption, graphs, and tables. Are they giving you any clues about the text? Scan the subheadings. What is the article going to be about? And search for any bold words and what they mean. Let's take a look at what previewing the text looks like.
I am going to preview this article. First, I'm going to make sure that it's at a Lexile level that's good for me, and this is a 7th grade level, so it's perfect. I'm going to look at the title. Children's books with human characters can make a big difference. I'm going to check out that picture. It looks like we have somebody reading to small children. It says, Private Michael Odoms of the Marine Corps reads from the book And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street by Dr. Seuss to children at Foothill Elementary School, Monterey, California on March 1st, 2008, in celebration of the 108th birthday of the famous children's author and artist. I'm going to look down at the subheadings. Sharing is caring. Stories with talking animals have little effect. Human characters teach moral lessons. Children's book writers should not panic. It seems that this is going to be about how children's books with human characters are impacting children.
Now that we've previewed the text, you need to read the text and do what good readers do. They stay focused. They break up the text into smaller sections, and Newsela does a nice job of that with the subheadings. Slow your reading down and reread, and also annotate to show your thinking. Let's take a look at what reading the text might look like.
Here's an example of how I read a Newsela article. After I preview, I start to read. And remember, I'm going to try to stay focused, make sure I understand each section before moving on, slow down, and reread. But the other thing we should do is annotate. Did you know that on average, students perform nearly 1 letter grade better on quizzes when they annotate? So it's really important for your understanding. How you annotate in Newsela is you click and drag, and you highlight, maybe I want to have a comment about this sentence. So I can now change its color. Maybe I'm going to use yellow if it's something that interests me, or maybe I'll use red if it's a word I don't know. Maybe I use green if it's supporting the central idea. Perhaps purple if it's evidence of that central idea. So you can come up with your own scheme for annotating. And then I would come over here and I would write something. I would write my thought, because annotating is really showing your thinking, showing your understanding, or it's asking questions so you can ask for help, or maybe you'll find the information later in the article. But that's how you annotate. Let's say I accidentally click this and I didn't want it. I can just go over here to the X and it is gone.
And after reading the article, I review the text. I look at the title, the pictures, the subheadings, any confusing parts. I reread, and I reread my annotations. And if I get to the end and I'm really still feeling confused or don't understand, I reread the article. Let's take a look at what reviewing means.
I have now finished reading my Newsela article, so I'm going to review. I'm going to reread the title. I'm going to look at the picture. I'm going to double check the subheadings and kind of remind myself of what happened in that section. I am going to look at my annotations and reread them to make sure I really understand this article before going to the quiz.
This was the Preview, Read, Review nonfiction reading strategy. Please practice it on your Newsella article today. Have a great day, Shattuck, and keep on reading.